Okay, welcome to my channel Maths with Mohanty sir. Children, in the last class we were discussing how to find area of parallelogram and rhombus. Okay, what is parallelogram, what is rhombus, their concept, their properties, everything was discussed in detail, and how to find the area of parallelogram and rhombus, it was discussed. What are the formulae to calculate the area of parallelogram and rhombus was discussed in detail. Today let us discuss how to find area of a triangle. Children, you know what is a triangle. Triangle is a polygon, it is a closed figure having three sides, it has three angles. You know so many things. Altitude, what is altitude? You know altitude means from any one of the vertices of a triangle, if we draw a perpendicular to the opposite side, that line segment is called an altitude. Okay, suppose in a triangle you are given one of the sides as the base. You see, as there are three sides in a triangle, we can take any side of the triangle as the base, and to that base if we draw a perpendicular from the opposite vertex, that will become the altitude to the that will become the corresponding altitude to the base. Okay, suppose you are given the base of a triangle and its altitude, how to calculate its area? Okay, so see, actually children, the formula for area of triangle, the proof, the geometrical proof, how to find the area of a triangle, or what is the formula to find area of a triangle, actually it is beyond the course. At present we have to remember only the formula and we have to apply. Again, another thing I would like to say, see, you know there are different types of triangles like equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle, scalene triangle, acute triangle, obtuse triangle, right angle triangle. There are so many types of triangles. Now, the formula to find the area of a specific type of triangle, suppose you are given a right angle triangle, how to find its area? Its formula is different from the formula to find area of an equilateral triangle. So those things will be discussed in higher classes. Now you cannot understand. At present, we have to discuss how to find the area of any general triangle. So what is meant by general triangle? General triangle means it is not specific. We do not know whether it is right triangle or isosceles triangle or scalene triangle or equilateral triangle or any other. Okay, you are simply given a triangle. We do not know what is the name of the triangle. Then it is called a general triangle. Now, how to find the area of any general triangle? Okay, let us discuss. See, suppose ABC is a triangle. See, now as I just told, there are three sides AB, BC and AC. So any one of the sides you can take as the base. Suppose I will take BC as the base. Okay, now if BC is taken as the base, which is the opposite vertex A, now from this vertex you draw a perpendicular. Suppose AM. This is 90 degree, look at this angle 90 degree. So clearly AM is the perpendicular drawn from the opposite vertex A to the base BC. Okay, suppose you are given the length of this base BC, this one is the base. Okay, and this one is the height or altitude. Children, you know the concept of height, altitude, orthocenter in the chapter triangle and its properties. We had read it in detail. Okay, see, suppose you are given the base of the triangle and you are given the altitude or height of the triangle. How to calculate its area? Actually the formula is, you see, I am telling the formula. The proof I will just tell in short. Its detailed proof will be discussed in class 9. See, area of any triangle. See, area of any triangle can be calculated by the formula half into base into height. You see, if B stands for base and H stands for height or altitude, then half into the product of base and height will give you area of any triangle. Any triangle, what does it mean? Once again I am saying the same thing. What does it mean by any triangle? You see, this formula we can apply to find the area of equilateral triangle, to find the area of scalene triangle, to find the area of isosceles triangle, provided, what is the condition? Provided the base and altitude or height are given to us. Okay, so of course the formula to find the area of different triangle is different. We can find the formula of equilateral triangle in another way. We can find the formula of your right angle triangle. There is another formula. There are different other formulae to calculate the area of specific triangle. But this formula we can apply to any triangle. That is why it is written area of any triangle in general, not in particular. Okay, so if the length of base and height are given, you can easily use this formula to calculate the area. One thing we have to keep in mind, what is that? This base and height, you see, What is the base here? That means in this particular figure, base is BC, half into BC, and which is the altitude or height? It is AM. That means if the length of BC and the altitude AM are given, you will use this formula to find its area, means to find the area of any general triangle. And one thing you must remember or keep in mind, that you see base and height both should be in same unit. They are in same unit. You see, the base and height, they must be given in same unit. Same unit, what does it mean? It means suppose base is given in meter, then altitude or height, it should be given in meter. If at all it is given in any other unit, suppose it is given in decimeter, centimeter, etc., then you have to change it. You have to change the altitude into meter or base into centimeter, decimeter, as the case may be. That means suppose base is given in meter and altitude is given in decimeter. So what you will do first? First you change the altitude, unit of altitude into meter. Then you apply the formula half into base into height to get the area. Or you can say, sir, why? We can also express the base into decimeter. Yes, of course. If you do not want to change the altitude or height into meter, it is given in decimeter. Suppose you do not want to change the altitude or height into decimeter. Okay, you keep it in decimeter, but the base is given in meter, so you must change it into decimeter. That means, what I mean to say, that the base and height, both the quantities or the variables you can say, they must be expressed in same unit. Then only you will apply the formula, so that whatever area is obtained will be correct. Otherwise, if you do not change, if you do not express both the quantities into same unit, and if you applied the formula and you calculated and found the area, then it will be wrong. Okay. Now children, you can ask me, sir, how did you come to know that area of a triangle, any triangle, is half into base into height? Actually, its proof will be discussed in class 9, but we can discuss little bit. You see, suppose draw, see, in order to prove, just draw a parallel. You see, draw CD parallel to BA. See, draw CD parallel to BA, and suppose AD parallel to BC. You see, draw CD parallel to BA and AD parallel to BC. Now see, if CD is drawn parallel to BA and if AD is parallel to BC by construction, this is by construction. That means you draw CD parallel to BA and AD parallel to what? That means you produce CD and AD so that they will intersect at the point D, such that CD is parallel to BA and AD is parallel to BC. Now see, if CD is parallel to CD is parallel to BA and if AD is parallel to BC, then no doubt ABCD is a parallelogram. Already we have discussed while discussing the concept of parallelogram and rhombus. I said in a parallelogram both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. So if CD parallel to BA and AD parallel to BC, then no doubt ABCD will be a parallelogram. Okay. Then if ABCD is a parallelogram, look at AC. What is AC? AC is one of the diagonals. Already you know what is diagonal, I have discussed. AC is one of the diagonals. Children, when you will go to class 9, there you will find. Also children, you know what is congruency. Congruent triangles we have already read. So it can easily be proved by joining one of the diagonals. See, AC is one side of this triangle. See, AC is one side of this triangle, but it is the diagonal of the parallelogram ABCD. Now, by proving triangle ABC and triangle CDA congruent, it can easily be proved that triangle ABC and triangle CDA, it can easily be proved that triangle ABC and triangle CDA, you see, with the help of congruency, we can easily prove that triangle ABC and triangle CDA are congruent. And children, if two triangles are congruent, see, if two triangles are congruent, they are always equal in area. Just to remember this thing. Two congruent figures are always equal in area. But if two figures are equal, they may or may not be congruent. See, any two figures which are congruent, they will be equal in area or their area will be equal. But if you are given two figures, suppose that they are given equal area, they may or may not be congruent. Okay. So now, as triangle ABC, it can easily be proved. There is no need to prove it now, just you see. With the help of congruency, by joining the diagonal, we can easily prove that triangle ABC and triangle CDA are congruent. Now the point is, if ABC and CDA triangle are congruent, what I said just now, they are equal in area. Okay, that means, therefore, area triangle ABC will be equal to area triangle CDA. You see, If these two triangles are congruent, which you need to prove by using the concept of congruency, okay. So if these two triangles are congruent, they will be equal in area, okay. Now if area of ABC and area of CDA are equal, then it is equal to half of ABCD parallelogram. That means it is equal to half area parallelogram ABCD. You see, if area of ABC and area of triangle CDA are equal, then the area of each triangle will be equal to half the area of parallelogram ABCD or not. That I have written. And you know what is the formula to find area of parallelogram? It is base into height. So it is, you see, half area of parallelogram ABCD, you see, which is the base here in parallelogram BC, and which is the altitude height. You see, area of parallelogram, what is the formula? Base into height or base into altitude, we discussed in the last class. So area of parallelogram will be BC into AM, you see. So that means area of triangle ABC is half into BC into AM, not AD, AM, you see. Area of triangle ABC is half into base into height. What I had written here, you see, this is the proof. Half into base into height. Here base is BC, height is or altitude is AM, okay. In this way, we can prove that area of any triangle is given by the formula half into base into height. So this formula we can use to find the area of any triangle, maybe equilateral, maybe isosceles, maybe right angle triangle. But the condition is the base and height, the base and the corresponding altitude of that particular triangle must be given. Then only we will use this formula to find area of a what? Triangle. Now, another thing I would like to say, how to find area of a right angle triangle. You see, in case of right angle triangle, so you came to know this is the formula. This is the formula to find area of any triangle. Okay, now let us make specific. Let us consider a specific triangle. Suppose right angle triangle. See, let us consider a right angle triangle. You see, you know what is a right angle triangle. See, suppose this is a right angle triangle ABC. This angle is 90 degree. You know that in a triangle, if one angle is 90 degree, we call it right angle triangle. From Pythagoras theorem in the chapter triangle and its properties we had read, a right angle triangle has three sides. One is perpendicular, the other is base, and another one is hypotenuse. So if this is perpendicular, this is base, then this will be the hypotenuse. We have already read it. Okay. Now suppose you are given a right angle triangle and you are given the length of perpendicular, suppose it is 10 meter, and the base is given, suppose 8 meter. You see, in this case, here the triangle is specific, it is a right angle triangle. Now how to find its area? Can we apply this formula, half into base into height? The answer is yes. You see, in this case, when we are talking about a right angle triangle, you see, as I told you, in a right angle triangle, this is a right angle. Now the right angle, you see, these are the two sides, BC and AB are the two sides containing the right angle. So if one of the sides is perpendicular, the other is base. That means AB and BC, that is the perpendicular and base, they are mutually perpendicular. They are said to be mutually perpendicular. That means if this is P, this will be B. If this side is P, if BC is taken as P, then this side will be taken as B. But the hypotenuse will not change. It will remain the same because it is the longest side of a right triangle. You know it. The longest side of right triangle is what? Hypotenuse, or it is a side opposite to the right angle. Already we have discussed. Now suppose you are given this triangle. Now the point is, can we apply that formula half into base into height to find the area of this right angle triangle? The answer is what? Yes or no? The answer is yes. Because you see, if this will be the base, this will be the altitude. Okay, and if this is the taken as the base, then this will be the altitude. As the perpendicular and base, they are mutually perpendicular. Okay, in a right triangle. So you see. So what will be the formula? Now what will be the formula to find area of a right angle triangle, which is a specific type of triangle? See, area of right triangle, suppose right triangle ABC. It can be found out by the formula half into base. Here BC is the base and this is the height or altitude, you see. And this BC into AB, we can write half into product of what can we write? What else we can write in place of BC into AB? So in place of BC into AB, we can write half into product of the sides containing the right angle. You see, containing the right angle. Okay, so because you see these two sides BC and AB, they contain the right angle, that is B. So in place of BC into AB, we can write product half into BC into AB, that is base into height. In place of BC into 8, we can write half into product of the sides containing the right angles. Thus, we came to know that in a right triangle, the area can be found how? It is equal to half the product of the sides containing the right angle. Okay. So children, about the area of other triangles like equilateral, isosceles, etc., it will be discussed in senior classes. At present, we have to remember scalene triangle. Yes, there is a formula to find area of scalene triangle also. So that will be discussed in senior classes. At present, we have to remember that the area of any triangle can be calculated by the formula half into base into height. First thing you remember. Second thing, you must keep in mind that both base and height, they should be in the same unit. Okay. While doing problems on perimeter and area, children, you need to note that all the quantities, I mean variables present in the equation, I mean question, they must be in the same unit. Okay, if at all they are not in the same unit, first you convert them into same unit and then apply the formula to get the answer. Okay, so this is all about finding area of any general triangle. Children, I hope you understood what is triangle and how to find its area when the base and height are given, and how to find the area of a right triangle or right angle triangle if the length of perpendicular and base, that is the two sides containing the right angle, are given. Okay. Now the last part of this chapter, that is perimeter and area, is circle. So what is circle and how to find area of circle, circumference of circle, concentric circles, there are so many things. Okay. So we shall discuss the concept of circle and how to find its area in the next class. Children, I hope whatever I discussed till yet, you must have understood. If at all it is true, then I would like to say that you please hit the like button and subscribe my channel. Okay. So we shall again meet in the next class with the discussion of what? Circle and finding its area, how to find its area. Okay. Thank you.